So this project was both externally and intrinsically motivated. I've always wanted to learn to play guitar, but I'm terrible at getting started with things. I was extrinsically motivated to start playing guitar because I needed a skill in order to complete this project, and if I didn't complete this project, I wouldn't get a grade. By complying with these standards, I was externally regulated. I also experienced introductive regulation. I did not want to feel ashamed of myself for not turning in a project, so even though it was very frustrating, I did it. I also didn't want to disappoint. I knew that if I could progress at all in guitar, it would make me feel better about myself, and by that I would be receiving an internal reward. This task was definitely a mastery goal. I have no experience, and I wanted to gain experience and improve as much as I can. There's not a point where I see a place to stop, especially now that I've gotten started. I want to put in more effort and become very persistent in playing, and I can see that I've definitely become more persistent. It's hard to feel competent with such little experience, but there are those few moments where I feel like I'm gaining just a little bit, which keeps me going. I try to live my life in the way of an incrementalist. With my incrementalist mind, I always tell myself that I can grow, I can develop, I can learn how to play guitar. I just have to keep trying and improve my skills. However, there are definitely times where my mindset had temporarily changed during this experience. I started thinking more in terms of entity when I was really struggling. I started thinking to myself, maybe I just can't do this. Maybe I'm not meant to play guitar, I just can't play guitar. I felt like I was struggling more than the average person, especially since I have highly inflexible fingers, which made it very difficult to make certain shapes. However, I gave myself a mental pep talk and I snapped out of it. I wanted to experience flow, but it was a challenge. Due to the inflexibility of my fingers, it became very difficult to perform certain songs. The challenge was too high and my skills were too low. Since I couldn't gain amazing skills overnight, I had to adjust the song in order to possibly experience flow in the future. There are definitely times where I felt myself completely absorbed in the music once I had gotten a hang of it. That little bit of flow definitely makes me want to keep playing. It also helps that this experience helped increase my psychological need of relatedness. I have a lot of friends who are musicians who I don't quite feel like I'm in the group, even though they say I am. By learning guitar, which is also something they're very happy about, I'm able to relate to them more and I feel more included. My self-efficacy is generally pretty average going into new things. I always try to keep a positive mindset, but I'm always very anxious. After getting through the riff on Smoke in the Water, I felt my efficacy skyrocket. However, I learned that that was not permanent when I started the next song and really struggled. I wasn't sure of my ability to complete the task, even with the adjustments that I had made. However, I had a conversation with myself and just kept pushing through. With that, I learned that I'm not so terrible. My competence increased throughout this experience. It was especially helped by my musician boyfriend who gave me positive feedback and cheered me on. Though this project is over, I still want to play guitar. I have moved into being fully intrinsically motivated. Playing now brings me joy, even though it can be quite frustrating. I definitely think it's worth it.